KGUN-9 on your side first warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Erin Christiansen.
Okay, first things first, let's take a quick look outside. Not really seeing much in the way of those towering cumulus clouds, at least over the Catalinas. Yeah, the wind has picked up just a bit, but we haven't seen the widespread rain or the thunderstorm events over the Mogollon Rim at this hour like we had last night at this point. Still seeing a few of those thunderstorms, and we're really looking to the north, which is kind of unusual for monsoon, to see what storms will be moving in our direction because the wind flow is from the northeast and pushing down to the southwest. So a few of these storms, yes, pushing off the high terrain from Shiloh down through Graham County. The system here that brought a little bit of rain just in northwest Cochise County is now fizzled before it's made its way into Tucson. So the potential still for some damaging wind is there this evening, but we're not expecting much in the way of rain. I said this at 5 o'clock. I'll say it again. Our storms as of late have been more sizzle than steak, but we're expecting more of what we had last night, but just east, a little farther east of Tucson. When we switch it to the lightning tracker, yeah, we're seeing some lightning strikes to our north and definitely to our south with the complex there over northern Sonora, but that will continue to shift to the south. So not expecting quite the same frequent lightning or those rumbles of thunder that we heard last night. Now, that being said, the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma has said, well, there's about a 40% chance that we will issue a severe thunderstorm watch. Not a warning, but a watch for this area. You see this orange kind of squiggly line here, which does include the Tucson area. But at this point, I believe we'll see some isolated severe wind events, meaning wind gusts over about 50, 60 miles per hour. But other than that, not expecting much as far as the monsoon's concerned this evening. Maybe some of that blowing dust, reducing visibilities on the roads again, as we had last night, and mainly east of Tucson into Greenlee, Graham, and Cochise counties. In fact, when we look at the wind gusts across Graham County, they've weakened considerably. Still pretty strong here across Cochise with 24-mile-per-hour gusts now in Wilcox, 22 Sierra Vista, near 30 in Oracle, and 23 to our south in Nogales. But this monsoon setup that we have right now really isn't ideal. This is why we're not seeing a whole lot in the way of rain. With that high pressure being too far to the north, it's now over Nevada. Clockwise flow pushing down to the southwest as opposed to those southeast to northwest winds, which is really what we want for monsoon. And we start to see this pattern setting up shop next week, starting to move in come Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll see that high pressure settling in over a more typical monsoon home closer to the Four Corners, likely over New Mexico. And then that clockwise flow at that point will be able to scoop up some of that deeper moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of California, and push that into southern Arizona. So it looks as though we're going to have to wait a couple of days before we really get that deeper moisture moving in. Our dew point, though, doing pretty well just on its own there. 54 degrees at that critical monsoon point on the 1st of July, up to 55 on the 2nd. And today we haven't quite made that 54 just yet, but the days are not over, so there's potential that we will. 105 right now at Tucson's airport. Our high today, though, was 106. We give you a look at the extended KGUN-9 on your side 7 days. We head through the holiday weekend. About a 30% chance we'll see some of Mother Nature's fireworks tomorrow, and Friday 20%. Saturday, back to 30% for Sunday. And don't forget, we are raising funds to help the families of those 19 hotshot firefighters who were killed in the Yarnell fire. The number to call, 318-6740. We'll be right back.